Ladies and gentlemen, dear community, a very warm welcome to this new video. It's great to have you with us again. Today we have on the table a new, super compact and powerful power station for on the go, specifically the Hiker U300 by Powerness. In today's video, we'll thoroughly explore what this compact power station really has to offer and whether it's worth investing in or not. So without further ado, let's not waste any time. Let's start right after the intro. But if you haven't done it yet, make sure to subscribe to this channel now for free and activate the notification bell to never miss any new videos in the future. You can find the current prices of this device in the video description below. Thank you very much for your support, and now let's get started with the intro. Today, we have a powerful and super compact power station for on the go in the test, the Hiker U300 by Powerness. In this video, we'll thoroughly examine what this small device has to offer and whether it's up to the task. As you can see, the product box itself is extremely compact, which indicates that it contains a small power station. On the front, there's an illustration of the product and a few power specifications. The same on the side, nothing really special apart from that. That's why I'd say let's take a look at what's inside the package. From the product box, we get a small user manual for the Hiker U300 by Powerness in multiple languages. Additionally, there's a power adapter for charging and, of course, the actual power station. That's all that comes in this product box. As an optional accessory, there is also a compatible solar module, the S80, which allows us to easily charge the power station on the go using sunlight. So that's about the contents of the package. Now let's delve into the details of this compact power station. The first thing that stands out is that the device is extremely compact, which is expected as it's the smallest variant from Powerness, with the Hiker U1500 being the largest. Consequently, this power station is also pleasantly compact. Let's take some measurements. We have dimensions of 215 by 150 by 165 millimeters. Additionally, the device features a large, sturdy handle on the top that moves easily and yet gives a robust impression. This makes it incredibly convenient to transport the power station on the go, not least because it weighs just 3.4 kilograms. Most of the weight, of course, comes from the built-in battery inside, but I must say that the casing itself is made of a robust and thick plastic. Hence, the power station indeed feels very sturdy, and I can't find any negatives regarding its build quality when examining it up close. On the bottom of the power station, we find 4 rubberized feet that provide a secure and non-slip base for the power station, ensuring it remains stable. Otherwise, there isn't much more to see on the right and left sides as well as on the back, except for the ventilation slots and 2 small fans. We'll talk a bit more about these later. For now, let's take a look at the front, meaning the control panel of this power station. As you can see, the front of the Hiker U300 by Powerness is quite clear with the built-in display, all the input and output ports, and control buttons. Everything is well labeled, so I don't need to search for long to know what inputs are available and what they can be used for. Similar to larger devices, this compact power station has various output ports. On the bottom left side, we have the typical 12-volt output with 2 corresponding barrel connectors, and just below that, the standard car adapter. In total, we can get a maximum of 12 volts at 10 amps from these ports. Right next to them, we find all the USB ports, a total of 4 of them, 3 USB-A ports delivering 5 volts at 2 amps, 1 quick charge 3.0 port, and conveniently, a Type-C port with power delivery. This Type-C port can deliver up to 60 watts peak power and can also be used to charge the power station. Speaking of charging, using the USB ports for charging is useful only if we have a sufficiently powerful charger. Otherwise, I would recommend using the conventional method. For that purpose, we have another barrel connector on the top right corner labeled Input 12 to 30 volts. This is the port through which we can charge the power station using the included power adapter. Charging through this port is significantly faster, although if the power station is completely empty, It may take around 3 to 4 hours. For those who are on the go for extended periods and may not have access to a power socket to charge the power station, it's not a problem either. As mentioned earlier, there's an optional solar module available, the S80, which allows you to recharge the power station on the move. I've also thoroughly tested this solar module for you. The S80 solar module is just as compact and easy to handle as the actual power station. It weighs just 3.5 kilograms, which is only 100 grams heavier than the power station itself. On the top, there's a large, sturdy handle, making it easy and secure to carry the solar module even over longer distances. The solar module consists of 2 connected panels that can be opened up, and it has several magnets all around so that it can be automatically closed again. On the back, there are 2 legs with Velcro, which can be folded out to easily and quickly adjust the angle of the solar module according to the sun's position. I must say that in practice, this works very easily because the solar module is extremely compact, making it easy to move around. The name of the solar module, S80, derives from its power capacity, meaning the solar module can provide a peak output of up to 80 watts. One feature that I find quite useful is the small display on the back of the solar module, which provides additional information. When I connect the solar module or the power adapter to this power station, I don't get information about the current input power into the power station. Instead, on the left side, there's just a battery symbol that indicates the current charge level in percentage. In practice, according to the display on the back, I achieved a voltage of 20.5 volts and 3.5 amps with the solar module, which translates to around 71.7 watts. I would say this is definitely sufficient to recharge this small power station within a few hours. Overall, the solar module is recommended for those who are frequently on the go and don't have access to a power socket or similar to charge the power station stationary, but instead want to be completely mobile. Another unique feature of this power station is the ability to combine different charging methods. This means if we want to charge the device quickly, we can use the power adapter on the top and simultaneously utilize the USB Type-C port, which combines these 2 inputs. This allows us to achieve charging times of just a little over 2 hours, which is quite fast for the entire power station. Let's continue with the outputs. As mentioned before, we have the 12-volt output on the left side, the various USB ports in the middle, and on the right we have our AC output. The AC output provides a constant power of 300 watts and can briefly handle up to 600 watts. In practice, I initially tested the power station for accuracy using an oscilloscope on the AC output, and as you can see, the power station generates a clean and smooth AC output with a clean sinusoidal waveform. There is definitely nothing to complain about in this regard, and the power station delivers the promised performance. That means everything up to 300 watts is easily achievable from the output. Going above 3 watts is possible briefly, but if you exceed 300 watts for an extended period, the overcurrent protection will kick in. However, the power station can easily handle 300 watts. Not to forget about the noise level. I've also thoroughly tested it for you. The power station is equipped with 2 small fans on the right and left side, which draw air from the back through these ventilation slots and blow it out to the sides to cool the internal components. At approximately 200 watts and at a distance of 1 meter, the noise level measured around 45 decibels. This means the power station remains pleasantly quiet under load in real-life scenarios. What else is worth mentioning? Besides all the input and output ports on the front, the power station also has an additional charging option for smartphones on the top, specifically an inductive charging surface. Unfortunately, I couldn't find the power rating for this feature, but I imagine it can deliver the usual 10 watts through the wireless charging function. To activate it, you don't use a separate button. Instead, you need to press the USB button to enable the USB function, and then you can use the wireless charging feature on the top. In my opinion, this is not immediately clear. They could have added another button or simply included an additional symbol on the display to indicate that the wireless charging function is also activated. Another cool feature of this power station is the bright LED on the top left, built directly into the device. It offers 2 brightness levels and an SOS mode. I measured the highest brightness level, number 2, at approximately 0.5 meters, and it achieved an impressive 1000 lux and around 7400 Kelvin. This means it provides a cool white light, which in my opinion is very bright and can be used effectively as a flashlight. The third level, as I mentioned, is the SOS function, which can be used to send an SOS signal if needed, for example, in emergency situations. The display shows the remaining runtime, and currently in SOS mode, there are approximately 135 hours remaining. Finally, the most important aspect of a power station, the battery capacity. As the name suggests, the Hiker 300 has a battery capacity of around 300 watt-hours, precisely 296 watt-hours. It's not exceptionally high, but it allows for an extremely compact and portable power station. In practice, this capacity is enough to recharge a smartphone around 15 to 18 times, or to power a mini fridge or a television continuously for 3 to 4 hours. The display in the middle, around 2.7 inches in size, is, in my opinion, sufficiently large and shows the most important information, such as the current battery level on the left in percentage, the remaining runtime in hours, and the current power consumption in watts. There's not much more to see on the display, but I find it sufficient to efficiently utilize the power station in real-life scenarios. So, all in all, I can say that the Powerness Hiker U300 is a recommended device, as it's extremely compact and delivers a relatively high amount of power. If you're looking for an extremely compact device that you can take anywhere, optionally recharge with a solar module, and don't need more than 300 watts of power, then in my opinion, it's definitely worth considering this device. And that's it from me. Now, I'm curious to know, what do you think of this small compact power station? Which power station do you use? Feel free to share your experiences in the comments below. I'm looking forward to hearing your feedback. And that's all for now. If you enjoyed the video, please show it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to this channel for free and activate the notification bell to never miss any of our future videos. You can find the current prices of this power station in the video description below. Thank you so much for your support, and take care until next time. Goodbye.